We're back. It's Brooke.
And Tess.
And we are watching episode 7 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Episode
Which means
7.
that it's almost over. And we're sad.
Guys, I know, I'm really sad. Episode 7.
I think I say that every time, but it's true every time.
It's been true since we reached the halfway point.
Yeah. And if you would like to watch the full episode with us, without me having to cut stuff out or like anything like that, you can do that on Patreon, which is linked in the description. The finale is already up on Patreon at this point as well, so
That's
you don't
right.
have to wait like we do in current time. And we have other shows over there. Well, I have other shows over there, but Tessa will still be appearing on the channel. This show did not end our 15-year friendship.
No. To be fair, we've actually had mostly the same opinions, I think, through it, like for the most part.
Which is not that crazy to me because we tend to have the same opinions.
To. But when they're different, they're very different.
They're very different. I'm like, no, you're incorrect, but whatever. It's okay to be wrong.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be loud and wrong.
But last time we were in Vegas. We kind of figured out that the Vegas part wasn't as big in the books as we remembered as children.
Yeah, that was part of it. And I don't know, but we also had a suspicion that there may have been some like cutscenes or reshoots there.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure.
It seemed like I was thinking about it like post us recording and like how like insane like the set was and all the extras. I was just surprised how few scenes there actually were too. So I'm like, it feels like maybe some of it got cut for time.
I think
like them figuring it out.
Yeah, my main issue was them like getting sort of like spoon-fed information by Hermes rather than them kind of like figuring it out themselves. Because I feel like there was like Grover was there and doing stuff, and I felt like there was no reason that the other kids couldn't have figured some stuff out on themselves. And then they still could have had a scene with Hermes, like
yeah, you want to give Percy the credit for figuring it out.
Exactly.
Because he is the one in the book who figures it out first.
And then the other main, well, obviously the car was completely different. And then the other main thing that's like really interesting that's different is that when Percy got out of the water, he had 4 pearls instead of 3, which he had in the book. Because it was like he only got 3 in the book to like. So that was a big difference because like.
I only remembered the pearls. I didn't remember how many.
So it was 3 in the book, so that was a big difference. And also, she said, I only realized it when I was thinking about it afterwards, because like I said, I like read the book like a couple days before we watched the episode. She was like, oh, the solstice has already passed, like you've missed the deadline, just go home kind of thing. And I was like, well, that's very different, because they were like, in the book, they were like, it's the day, like, we've got to, like, get down to Hades now, like, and so, because it's, like, tomorrow, because that's why that scene was in the night at the beginning, because they were like, we've got to move it before the solstice. So I'm interested to see what they do with that, where they've, like, already passed it, and what's going to be different there.
I'll be surprised if they can make it off the beach. It's so dark you can't fucking see anything. So
no, you really can't see anything. Okay.
But that is what happened last time and kind of the differences between the show and the book. As we go into the ending, again, Tessa is reading the book along with what we're watching, so she'll be able to tell us
these next
different.
Like 2 chapters.
And I am representing those of you who read these books in middle school and then never touched them again. No matter how much you love them, you just never touch them again. So you remember like these key moments.
Completely fair.
So we're all here, book lovers, people who loved them as kids, The only ones we don't have someone to represent is Gen Z. I should get like my little cousin who's in middle school
Get
on
your
one of
little
these
cousin
and
to
watch like the
weigh
Gen Z
in,
show.
just in case.
What do you think?
What do you think? Do you like them? Are they cute? Because I can't answer that question.
I think they're like little kid cute. Like you're like, oh, look how cute.
Yeah, they're great actors. Answer the question. Is Percy dreamy? I guess.
Yeah, that
you.
wouldn't be embarrassing as hell for her to be found on the internet. Do you find these children attractive?
Oh, come on! I would have I was like writing like blog posts about how
was your face attached to them?
That's actually so true. That's so true. All right, let's. I feel like that's a good recap. Let's get into their obviously far insuperior,
boring dumb recap. Not as good.
Lame. I actually very quickly I forgot to cut this.
I'm not cutting it out. Make fun of her. Everyone point and laugh. Go ha 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 ha. Guys, it's just me and you right now. Okay? And this show is a vibe. We all agree. But I want to convince Tessa, because she hasn't really seen any but like the first one a long time ago, to watch the Fast and Furious movies. So if this gets 50 likes, I'm gonna force her to do that. So you should like this and you should share it, and I think it'd be funny. Or leave something else you want me to force her to watch in the comments.
This time I didn't pause you talking shit about me.
I didn't talk shit. I did say to point and laugh, but then I just talked to them about what we could watch next.
Okay, good. Keep me in the dark. And we're back.
Go.
Olympians fight. We betray.
And they're planning something bigger on top of it.
We find Hermes. We get him to hook us up with the ride to Los Angeles and a plan to get into the underworld.
Do you think they gave them 4 so he can lose one like an idiot?
Maybe.
We're making Percy look dumb sometimes.
Oh, they are doing this scene. This is out of order.
Oh
my god, I'm sorry for spoiling it, guys.
I like watching my shows all chopped up.
Come on in and take a load off.
Maybe they're on Patreon.
These beds will change
That's true.
Don't these look so comfy, cozy?
Missing our mummy, are we?
I kind of like
know
that
who
big
you
green
are.
circle one. Though.
Actually, that one is pretty sick,
You're
but I don't like that
precious.
it's a waterbed.
You've got Dad's eyes.
Or are they
Take a load off,
related?
relax
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute.
yeah.
That's how you do it.
Oh shit, they're just being...
How you
dude,
murdered
you
your
told
guests.
last week and then
I
Percy
do.
watched the episode.
I know there's a secret passage.
And
to
now
the
he
underworld
knows.
here.
For your self-confidence.
I'm really not interested.
They show you how to fit. Fitting's not easy for guys like us, am I right? Fit.
Me neither.
Try it.
Not that I've ever been on a waterbed, but they don't seem
think
comfy.
you'll feel much better.
You first.
Oh god. Me though.
Okay?
Back from the underworld, you won't be the first to fail.
Hey. You're lucky
Yeah,
we're
but it'll
letting
be
you
the first
keep
to
your head
do
down.
it right.
Don't push it.
Look, Percy
Oh, she
does
right.
not let him keep his head. I'll tell you that right now.
Dude, I bet it's the... Guys, it's not that. That says do not enter.
You obviously shouldn't go that way.
Idiots.
Better?
Much. If we get into trouble, these are our tickets out. I just think it's safer if I'm not holding them all.
Okay. Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
Because what if you get separated?
I agree. I agree with that.
And it's not like, cool, we got separated, now I have to fight my ass back to Percy before I can do anything. We're gonna see hell. I hope we get to see the dog.
But that's yeah. I feel like we definitely are. That's definitely a big point.
I never show you that movie.
It's like, Mom, I'm like 7.
I meant we are only an hour from the city and it feels like we're on a different planet. Okay, we were very lucky to get in.
I'm not going.
Percy, I know
Well, you heard
that
him.
you do not want to do this, but
Okay, but
sometimes
you
I
have
have
to go to
make
school.
choices that you
Does
may
he-
not understand.
Percy,
Unbuckle and lock all the doors,
this
Percy.
is not a negotiation.
I have seen kids do that.
The
Like
only
before.
question is how ugly you were gonna make it before we say goodbye.
That would make
Probably.
sense.
I can't blame him.
That would make sense.
So little.
Pretty little to go to like, oh good, now we can't see
Go
again.
over.
Well, it's like they're using moonlight on this one, right? And they're making it like grayer. I can still see them.
This shot is fine.
Is that who I think it is?
Good thing they brought a ball.
Oh, he okay.
Sorry.
Excuse me, sorry, dead people. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
If you could
Excuse
move,
me.
you're
Excuse
already dead. I'm not.
Honestly,
Excuse me.
I
Waiting
have time.
with elevator music
Behind
is
you.
already
Sorry.
pretty bad.
Get the guy from your team.
You're not dead.
Prove it.
I mean, to some extent.
The we're all dying slowly excuse, Percy. Come on.
And you didn't pay the cross.
Wait, we can pay. We can pay.
Oh.
It's a freaky little staff.
You can
I
buy
don't
a
think
new
that
whistle.
was a good thing. Puppy! Don't hurt the puppy. Hello, puppy! Get them! Yo, they fucking kill off.
Just he's done. He's not in the show anymore.
They're like, bye. Sorry you got eaten. No!
Percy, you're not gonna kill Cerberus.
We're white women. We can't stand by that. Kill as many people as you want, but not dogs.
I think it's funny how like they always make Cerberus like a Rottweiler now. I feel like I've seen some.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
He's always gonna be all
he's in a
gross and
jowl.
slimy.
Oh yeah.
Bad dog.
He's not. He's doing
he was
his
doing
job.
his job. Yeah.
He
That's
is
like
not
saying the
that
doggies
dog
at the
all.
airport are bad.
Can you fly us up there with your shoes?
They're not. It's not their fault. They're cops.
Get him out. Throw the ball.
Yeah. Where's the ball? Does Grover still have it?
No, she took it.
Oh, okay.
She's gotta throw it, I think. Oh,
It was in the.
oh, is he gonna like pop out of the smoke? Yep. Oh, that was it. Ready with the ball.
I also always think it's hilarious, like, she's got a pretty good holds, but in any movie where they're hanging off a cliff, I'm like, 0.002 seconds, I'm done. I am.
Yeah, there ain't no fucking way.
I'm like, 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
That was really. I mean, how did you?
My father had a dog. when
Is
I
it
was
worse?
little. I guess I remember the tricks.
Oh, wow.
And your mom.
Oh, no. What? My pearl. I lost the pearl.
Okay, somebody had to.
Fucking called
I think
it,
it's-
bro.
We
What are we
can't go
gonna
back
do?
for the dog
I don't know.
now.
But
Well,
if we
don't worry
don't,
about
it
it.
is
One of
not
us
gonna
is
matter.
likely to die. You can have their pearl.
Easy peasy.
Information
I
comes to
hope
light that has forced
that
us
the
to
dog crunches the pearl and
reconsider
ends
your
up in the
application.
ocean.
What kind of information?
And we get to keep him as a
A
pet.
drawing.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
Oh, come
A
on.
drawing is a drawing. Our problem is that he was found walking across the roof of the gymnasium, after which he said he saw something out there. We aren't equipped to
He's
offer
a
the kind of
child. There's no
psychological
way they would
monitoring
be
we
like,
believe your
he can't
child will
see this
require.
That's
kid.
I
This is
have already.
bonkers.
Our resources to
Also,
help.
I
It's a real
love
option.
that they're always like,
Sometimes
oh yeah, in an entire
Are better
school we
off
don't have enough
being with the parent.
resources, but you should just do it yourself.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do.
As
I
a
cannot
a
accept
woman with
that
a
as an
full-time
answer, so
job,
let's-
but then being like, oh, he saw
that's on the
something out
school.
there.
We
Yeah,
can't
on the
ignore
school,
this.
but like
Stop.
It's just
also
math.
being like, oh, he
The
said
three
he
of us
saw
plus your
something
mom
up
is
there.
4
Ooh,
kids.
it's a
And only 3 girls.
Yeah, kids never
He's
say
a
they see
7-year-old.
With my mom.
That's so cute that he thinks his mom would like be down
What about
to,
you?
leave and leave him there.
Yeah,
Wait,
Like, are you crazy?
Percy,
that is creepy
Oh,
as fuck.
now I can
though.
see her.
He can't hear you.
What up?
They.
What in the Slender Man?
Okay,
ass?
this is sort of like in the
This
book,
must
but
be
it's really
Asphodel.
creepy.
I read a book about this place.
I think we should all hold hands or get those children's leashes from the mall.
The ones like we're kindergartners where like a kindergarten class where they each hold like a
Yeah.
hoop.
Or never made.
Cerberus
He's trying to bring the
came from-
pearl back. Guys, someone is missing.
Annabeth!
What?
We've got a problem here.
Oh, What?
I wish I could see it.
Yeah.
It's too strong.
How did this happen?
Oh,
But what would
Annabeth
you have
is
to
turning
regret?
into a tree.
This
You are
is-
12.
It's okay. Go.
I don't know.
I'll
She's been
distract the
through
dog and buy you
some-
guys some time.
It's not a fair regret,
Yeah,
but,
but-
it's her not being able to save like Thalia or something,
You can do this.
Yeah.
or like tagging
know
along
you
with them when she knew it wasn't safe. You're just gonna leave
I'd
her?
just make her use the pearl. Okay, she used it.
She made it.
No, she had the pearl, so she was like,
Let's
if I'm gonna die, I'll use it.
I don't know, cause you didn't.
Well, I still could hear the dog, so I don't think they made
I
him go.
guess, but he could have just like bit it or something.
That's true. But I heard the barking after the light.
Get stop! Percy!
Maybe take the shoes off.
Shoes! Go over!
I think he just said, "Don't you can reach him when he's going that fast."
We're just gonna stay in this very sturdy stand that definitely won't wash away.
Nice.
Boys? How did that fit in his backpack?
Yeah, that's the master vault. How's it in your bag?
It's the bag Ares gave me.
Yeah.
Ares
set
had the
you up,
master vault
bitch.
this entire time and tricked us.
Zeus is just gonna have to wait.
Oh, Grover's going with it.
Let's go get your mom.
Let's not spend the last few minutes we have here like this.
Why are you doing this?
I
Why
love
are
you,
you trying
Sally, but
so
that's
hard to
also
get rid
a
of
lot
me?
to put on a
Yeah.
kid to be like, hey, that's not healthy. It's nice.
I'm
So
gonna go pay.
you push down
It's
your
like not
sad
about you
emotions,
right now.
please.
Yeah, not about you right now.
Not about you, Sally.
To be fair, though, it is, like, for his safety, right? So she can't not do it.
No, I'm not saying, yeah.
But it's just, yeah, she's
No,
not.
she can't
Maybe
not.
let him be mad.
She can't not put
Let
him
him
in
be
the school,
mad.
but I do feel like it's your job as like a parent to be like, I'm the one that deals with the difficult emotions, and like if your kid screams "I hate you" at you don't scream "I hate you."
Yeah, you
back.
can't yell.
You know
"I
what I
hate you"
mean?
back. Yeah.
Well, I hate you too, you little shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like I know you're trying your best, babe, but maybe just let him be mad at you for a little bit.
Yeah, he'll...
I don't think that's like a bottomless pit. You can't go into a bottomless pit in basketball.
I'm sorry, were you in the pit? No.
I built it, actually.
I finna be in the pit.
Oh, no, not a...
He went clunk.
He felt like it was... In the book, he feels like it's really heavy. Pretty
Is this
cool
our
palace.
stop? Or...
Is this our...
I don't know if there's any others.
Didn't seem like there was a lot of different options for that elevator.
Whoa, it's Game of Thrones, but after they ruined it.
Can I get you anything? Fresh pomegranate juice, a snack?
Actually,
No.
Boom.
Did take your mom.
I admire the cut of your jib.
That's not the guy from Its Visions, though.
You've come all this way, don't be shy.
This is an interesting portrayal.
Hi, Mom. Maybe we could have prepared him for that. Oh my god, they both got turned into statues.
Just in the
family.
ta-da nick of time. So that you would come see me. And here we are.
You think she was annoying
You give me
him, so
what
he
you got.
turned her into a statue?
I'm giving you what I got.
Your plan almost worked. You and Ares managed to steal the bolt, trick me into bringing it right down and giving it to you. But it's wrong, and I won't do it.
Huh?
He's like, what?
What? Who tricked Ares into doing what?
To secure the bolt.
I'm not in cahoots with Ares. I seldom cahoot. The bolt is my
True.
brother's drama. I don't want any part of it.
Your what?
My helm of darkness, it went missing just days before someone used it to turn invisible and steal the bolt.
Jealousy.
Yeah, he's
I don't know if you
chilling.
noticed, but it's all candy canes and rainbows down here. I'm managing just fine. I don't really do jealous.
Figure it out.
It's interesting that they're
Someone stole
painting him
Zeus's
as like
It wasn't
kind
me.
of a nice
It must have
guy.
been somebody who was
Phonos.
Yeah.
pieces at the bottom of
Tartarus. Where
For
something just tried
now.
to pull us into it the moment the bolt appeared in our bag. Tartarus.
He's like, oh, this is not good.
If Kronos is somehow planning to emerge from his exile, and you were his first call, you're not safe. I'll throw him in
Okay.
on the house.
I think that's racist to
This
call him
works
a
out
I
ghost.
actually
nicely for
do. I
you,
think
as
that's
it
a
turns
slur, Hades.
All it'll cost you is the bolt?
I do like to make things difficult. He does like that.
Percy's like, well, I am a fan of
Well,
making things
actually.
difficult.
Great, you're
For
first
my
off,
mom.
we're gonna go get your helm. And when I get back, you're gonna let my mom go.
Okay, hang on, kid.
Grover, now!
Yeah, so she did use it.
Okay,
That
that's
makes
yeah, that's very different.
I think that works.
It's interesting. It's just like the Grover thing. It's just different.
Yeah, big chat.
Big chat. Very interested. Like they changed the depiction of Hades a lot, and I'm interested to see like in the future.
I remember not liking
seasons
him.
why they did it. So they kind of portrayed him in the book as kind of like a typical depiction of Hades. So like he's kind of just like, oh, like I guess he's like just sort of sitting on his own throne, and he's more like flippant. He's like, oh, like I assume you're finally here. Like I knew, like, and he's like, oh, you know, give me my mother back. And he's like, well, I took her because, like, she is here, and I took her because I knew it's the only thing you would want. Like, it's the only thing that's like important enough to you to come down here.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, I knew you would come down here to get her, rather than like, oh, I saved her kind of thing. But it's still the same thing as like, oh, the helm, and then he's like, it's like, oh, I assume like you have it, and like just like you stole the bolt. He's like, well, give me the bolt, and then, you know, like, and my helm as well. And then Percy's like, what? Why didn't you say your helm was missing? Like, none of us even knew this. And he's like, because I didn't think it was worth, like... Hey, Google, turn off... Oh, that's just an alarm. I thought it was a timer. Shit. Yeah, so that was... So it was... He was much more, like, flippant with it, and, like, kind of just, like, oh, like, it's not really worth my time. And then he's like... Oh, it is a timer. Hey, Google, turn off the timer. What is the alarm doing? Or the alarm?
Fight him.
Jesus Christ.
Fight
I'm going to fight Google. Yeah, and so then he's like, it's sort of a similar reason where he's like, oh, I want to start war. But he doesn't say, like, it's going down here. Like, Percy's like, oh, because, you know, then you'll have loads of, like, people coming down here. Like, your kingdom will be even bigger. And he's like, have you seen how many people there are? Like,
yeah, they all die.
He's like, my kingdom is growing exponentially, and this is the other thing that I do find fun about, like, Hades in most depictions, is that it's, like, very, like, compared to the, like, gods on Olympus who are, like, just do whatever they want. It's, like, kind of the opposite, where Hades is like, do you know how much friggin' paperwork that is, guys? I have to make roads, I have to make new kingdoms all the time. So, but I'm interested to see, like, I feel like there is something to, like, playing him as kind of, like, a nice guy, like, oh, I don't get involved in, like, my brother's affairs, like, I'm just here to make a deal with you, kind of thing. That's interesting. I'm interested to see in, like, the future books, like, or if they do them, like, if there's a reason they particularly decided to, like, change that portrayal so much.
Yeah. For me, I feel like looking at this from, like, the concept of we believe that the goal of this was a little more to, like, be a little more morally gray than maybe the original books were, and Rick Riordan saying he, like, this was his chance to rewrite some things the way he would write them now. So I'm betting this is one of those changes where
I'm
he, like,
interested to see.
The gods feel a little more humanized than maybe they did, and I don't think that's a bad thing, because, like, a big part of this series is how the gods treat their children and, like, other humans and things like that, compared to how, like, the Titans treated them. And I think it's interesting because I think he's setting it up that maybe the gods like us can learn and change. But they're just not open to it at the moment.
I think the only thing that was, like, very different, I mean, that the portrayal was different, and then also in the scene in the book, that's when he, like, realizes that he's got the Master Bolt, because he's like, oh, give me the helm, and he's like, oh, I didn't steal anything, and he's like, really? And then he, like, pulls it, like, out of the Master Bolt, and he's like, okay, well, you've got the Master Bolt, so you've obviously got my helm as well, give it back to me. And Percy's like, I didn't have this 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think I like him finding it earlier because it like leads into the theory they already have. And so we get that funny moment of Hades going, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Instead of Hades being convinced that Percy stole it, he's like, Percy has his whole "I got you" speech. This is what happened. And then he's like,
he still has that. It's just it's a little different. Yeah,
I liked it though.
All right, now let's watch.
I liked
Sally
him going,
be sad
"What?"
again. Yeah, that is basically like. He's like, why would I play around with Ares? I don't give a shit about him at all. Oh, she's burning. Okay.
Yo, he showed up?
What?
Bro, I burnt jelly beans and your ass didn't show up. This wasn't in the book, though, right? We don't get Sally flashbacks. Okay, I kind of like the addition of them, though.
No, you're not.
I think it's but it's such a different medium, right? Because in the
We
book...
can see his fucking face.
The choice do I have? He and I living together in the city.
I feel like when he
Sooner or
starts
later,
seeing the
it's
magical
not just
horses,
gonna be
maybe we
pretty
explain
things
it to
that
him.
are
I'm just
yeah.
saying. Well, no, of course she wants her kid with her. Like, what?
Tell me why.
Because of the whole hero thing.
Why?
And maybe that's the most unfair part of it. You say it.
I want him to know who he is
Yeah.
before your family tries to tell him who they want him to be.
Okay, I hear what she's saying. I guess I understand why she didn't tell him now.
And it's gonna be hard for the both of you. It's gonna be torture.
Poor Sally.
Do you want to talk to him? I know you shouldn't, but...
One day.
He's like, what the fuck?
Okay. He is. Oh my god. What the
Oh my god, he's here.
fuck? This
What
is
is happening?
What the hell?
I'm freaking out, but also where's Annabeth?
Oh, okay,
no,
it's Annabeth.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, that makes
Not
sense.
that I didn't want it to be him.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no,
think that's
it's Ares.
Oh.
Right. I remember. I know the
Fucking
scene.
Ares.
I literally just read it. I'm such a dumbass. I just like I'm so shocked.
So we're gonna fight the God of War. I think that's fine. We'll be fine.
Well, that was this week's episode. That was great. There's some interesting changes. I'm excited for next week's episode.
Yeah, I guess I'm only thinking of one part that's in like the end. I actually don't remember exactly how it ends, which I'm kind of happy about because that means I'm gonna be a little surprised. Like, what I remember is the setting of a scene, and who the lightning thief is. That's really all I remember from the end of this book.
Yeah, there's like a couple bits left, but not too much really. Not too much left.
But I like this episode. I think I like this one more than the last one.
I liked this one a lot more than the last episode.
We actually got to see Percy figuring something out this episode.
Yeah.
And it was just a zoom in on his face, but the actor did a great job with like having the realization dawn on his face. Like he did good facial expression.
Yeah.
acting.
No, I liked that a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait until like next episode to see, I guess, like my opinion on what stuff I particularly liked or didn't like. I feel like I already talked about it. Like I found it interesting what stuff was in it and what stuff wasn't in it. And what stuff they changed, like with Hades and stuff. The scene with Sally and Poseidon is like crazy. That was definitely not in the book that I remember, unless there's like in a future book they like cut back to it or like mention it, but
yeah, I
don't remember it at
that.
all. It's always interesting.
But I do want to, I'll make us on the tier list website, I'll make us like a character tier list, so we can either do it like right after the finale, or we can let the finale like settle and decide, like think of what we want to say, and then we can kind of do like a season retrospective.
Yeah, I feel like we should do it the week after, because like when the whole season is gone out on YouTube, we can do it then.
But then that's a fun way to like do a season retrospective, and then if they do make season 2, we can see how our opinions on like characters change.
Definitely.
Which is, I think, kind of fun.
Yeah.
I think this I know. I'm still like obsessed with like the Underworld looked really good.
It looks
like
really
most
cool.
of the scenes were seeable. There were a couple where I was like,
There was a couple that I wanted a little bit more lighting, and I'm sad that they didn't see like the Garden of Persephone in the background, just because that would have been cool. But you know, the CGI budget for this show is already very high.
Yeah, and I feel like there's something big coming in the last episode, probably CGI wise.
Yeah, there's some stuff for sure.
I don't know. Question for this episode. Have I already done? What's your favorite kind of dog?
No, we have
what's
not
your
done
favorite
that.
fucking mystical dog?
Mystical dog.
Are there other mystical dogs?
Are there other mystical dogs? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Probably.
My...
Fine. What's your favorite kind of dog? Or I got it. If you could have Cerberus as a pet, but like the base was a breed of dog, what breed of dog would you want? Could you imagine like Cerberus Pomeranian?
That's very
like,
cute
fluffy
and
little.
funny. Well, what breed of dog would I want Cerberus to be? I feel like I
don't want to be too big.
I know. I feel like the one that's coming to mind for me, even though it would be really large, is Samoyed, like the really big white fluffy ones.
Big white fluffy guys.
Just because I feel like you said, like Pomeranian, like they're just so non-intimidating, even though they're a big dog.
That's why
I just think it would be really cute and funny. That's my answer.
Pug. Three-headed pug. Still can't fucking breathe. You know.
All right, well, let us know, guys. And also, if you're here on YouTube and you can't support the Patreon, you can't watch episodes 2 weeks earlier, make sure you like, subscribe, ding the bell, all that stuff to help.
We're still working towards 500 subscribers on YouTube, and then we're gonna do live stream stuff.
Heck yeah!
Maybe we force Tessa to live stream with us at some point.
I'll do it for sure.
It would be fun. Okay, everybody.
All right, guys.
We will see you next Monday.
Week. Bye.
Bye.